it's Donna from Little Red Hen Fabrics on Etsy in Southern Ohio, and I wanted to just share with you what I've been working on. So recently I've been working on this quilt behind me. It's called Daisy a Day, and I've been talking about it for a while. I've been working on it, but in case you haven't seen it yet, here's the pattern. Let me see if I can get it. It's called Daisy a Day by Beverly McCullough, and I couldn't get her fabrics. They were no longer available, but I did have the same palette in Lori Holt fabric because I had been buying her collections, and so I just pulled all the aquas and denim blues and golds and some neutrals, and I ended up I had enough to make the quilt, and I couldn't be more pleased with how it turned out. So recently I was just sewing the sashings on to finish the quilt, and I got kind of hung up a little bit because I was making it and I didn't realize there were also sashings going all the way around the outside, and I hadn't been doing those at all. So, you know, I guess it pays to look at your instructions every once in a while. So, but anyway, so that kind of slowed me down a little bit, but we got it done. We got the quilt all sewn together, and I'm just so happy with it. So, just a little bit about making it. Everything went really good as far as the instructions go. You know, I made a few notes in here, which you may do the same. When I was working on some of these, I got mixed up on which fabric was where, and so I just made little notes. So you may do the same thing. And then also, I think I showed there was one match on the bee, and it was right here where the head comes together to the body. But pretty much everything else, you know, wasn't a lot of matching seams and things like that, so it was nice. That's about it with that quilt. Also, it did call for 28 fat quarters, and I wasn't so sure we really need 28 fat quarters to make it. I thought it was more for a variety of fabric, but as it turned out, we really did. Let me show you. Here is what is left from making the quilt. Just a little bit, which this is what you're looking for when you're doing any project, just a small little fat stack like this. And so, but I did notice I did not use two of the prints that were in it, and that's this little tan and this green. I did use a little bit of that green, but I pretty much didn't use those. So, but I did add in a little bit from some that I had. So I added in a little bit of this when I was making it. So what I decided to do with my kits is I went ahead and took these fabrics out, and I added extra fat quarters of these two, which these are gorgeous, and they're the main palette in this quilt anyway, with the gold too. So anyway, so that's what the change is. I do have 2 more kits left, and I'm not sure, you know, going forward if these sell fairly quickly. I may be able to get more fabric to make some more kits. I'm not sure. I have like half of them here on the bolt, so you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, there's the kit. So that's Daisy a Day, and it's all finished. I did talk about a little baby quilt before too, and I did finish the quilt, and it turned out adorable. So I want to do a separate video to show the baby quilt because I'm really enjoying the book. It was Charming Baby Quilts. Let me show you. And I made a quilt in it. This one, actually, this one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and do another quilt too. So later on, I'm going to make a little video and show the quilt and then show what I want to do. So, but that's for another day. So, but anyway, so now I get to start on my next quilt, and I'm making one. It's called Upbeat. So here is the pattern. So I've been waiting on the fabric to come in, and finally it all came in. So here it is, and I think it looks like a party. With the colors that they did there. I love that. But I want to do it for my house, for my personal bedroom. So I need a king size. So this little inset picture is what it looks. That's the queen pattern. And on the pattern, that's 90 by 90. And I have just recently gotten a bed that has the 2 extra long twin mattresses. So that bed, and down to the bed frame, you know, it's 90 by 108. So you know, this is 90 by 90. So I feel like I can do something along the sides maybe and make the quilt larger to just fit my bed. So I'm going to make this, and then I'm going to do something along the two sides so it'll go over the sides. And the length, you know, I'll go ahead and do a small border, but just to make it a little bigger because, you know, for the quilting and whatnot. So, but the length is really, it lays perfectly. It hits the footboard and it comes all the way up to the top of the mattress. So the 90 inches does, but it's the side, it's the going the side to side where I need the length this way. So I'm going to have to do a detail on the sides and then do my border around. So it'll be kind of a specialty quilt. So anyway, I'll show you the fabric. So this was handpicked by me for myself. So I'm being selfish. I needed something, you know, new in my bedroom, and I thought, well, I'll just, you know, keep my eyes open for something, and when I see it, I'm gonna just do it. So I did, and here it is. This is called Sunshine and Sweet Tea, and I love this. It's so pretty. The pattern calls for 2 jelly rolls, but in Riley Blake they're called roly-polies. So 2 roly-polies makes the queen size, or which I'm going to turn into a king. And I want more color in mine because, you know, they'll have lights in them, you know, which I think they're gorgeous. I love them, but you know, some of them may be too light for the detail, and so I'm going to cut a little bit, maybe a half a yard off some of these darker ones, and add a few strips just in with these so that I can make it look the way I want. And see, also I wanted to show you the background. I especially love it. This has a little texture to it. It's a dot. And I thought for this quilt, that would be so nice to have, you know, it's a big, huge quilt. So I don't want it just plain. I want something to it. So look at it with this fabric. Isn't it pretty? And this came in the collection. It's meant to go together. So there it is. I'll show you one of the fabrics. It's called Sunshine and Sweet Tea. So there it is. There's the sweet tea jar, mason jar, with the sunshine flowers in there. So, which I love it. It's so pretty. And okay, and I'll show you one more thing. The main print. This is the one I'm going to go with for mine, for my border. And I love that. That's like the aqua color. But it also came in coral, so I bought that too. They call it peach, but you know, it's so pretty. It's a darker peach. It's a warm coral, I guess, is what you would call that. So, okay. So that is the fabric. I'm excited to get started. I'm going to get busy making blocks, and hopefully in a week, maybe a week, I don't know how long because things happen, but I'll try to get some blocks made and put them on my little wall here and show you what they look like. And one more thing I wanted to mention, in May, I'm going to be going to a expo, and it's called Wayward Threads Expo, and that's in Huntington, West Virginia. So May, I think it's 17th and 18th. Yeah. So I'm going to be setting up there with my shop, you know, just showing everything and having a little shop booth. And my sister-in-law Jennifer is going to be there too. So, you know, we're going to get to talk to some people, which we're both excited about that. And the expo sounds really interesting because it's also other fabric art. So they also do yarn, you know, yarn places, different, they call it multimedia, where it's different, you know, presentations, demos, classes, and or mixed media. And so we're excited. We want to see what other people are doing with fabrics and different materials, and meet, you know, people and see, you know, their demos and the new products that are coming out. So hopefully some of you guys can come see us and say hello, and, you know, we get to talk to each other and catch up. So, but anyway, come see me on my Etsy store, and if you do, be sure and write me a little message. I love that, you know, when anybody makes a purchase and they send me a little message, you know, or if you even have a question. So, and of course you could leave a question in the comments, and I'll either answer it on my next video or just reply there in the messages. So, okay, well, thanks for listening, and I hope I've inspired you to make something new. My pattern names again, I'll show you the two I've been talking about, are Upbeat and Daisy a Day. So this one's finished, getting ready to start this one. So, okay, have a good day. Bye.